Good morning from Real Estate Chat. Jeff, how are you today?
I'm doing great.
Hey, we got some great topics today, but the first one I want to kind of talk about because it impacts everyone out there that even considers or initiates or puts in a loan application just to get pre-approved and find out where you're at, and that's called trigger leads. Do you know what trigger leads are?
I'm familiar with, but please enlighten me.
Well, I'm sure I can't enlighten you too much, but trigger leads. Trigger leads are where a loan application goes in and then the bureaus, because I do a hard pull, there is a difference between a soft and a hard credit pull. And mortgage lenders do hard pulls. And once you trigger that hard pull, you're turning in a mortgage request. And on there, it tracks several pieces of data, the client's name, social, birthday, but it also tracks the amount and what type of credit they're looking for, which would be a mortgage. Once that happens, the credit bureaus have been selling those leads to other lenders. The Fair Credit Reporting Act allows credit bureaus and consumer reporting agencies to furnish consumer reports in connection with any credit or insurance transaction not initiated by the consumer only. But if the consumer approved,
You mean I'm checking a box saying, yes, please shop my inquiry to other lenders, right? I checked
no,
it.
You're not checking no, you don't even have to check the box. You can't be on, let's say, call transactions or so forth. There is a way around this, but again, any lender doing any work that they would normally do, the credit bureaus get the hard pull, they can sell that to another lender or insurance broker. And what's that cause? It causes unsolicited phone calls to the client. They never asked for them. They weren't even aware they were allowed. And it's only a way for the credit bureaus to make additional money on a transaction because they're already charging that original lender. Now they're selling the hot lead that they verified. Hey, they did look at a mortgage. And so there's already a bill, House Bill 7661, that's in to stop this. But right now, again, every bureau has the right to do that. Now, what we discovered, and this is the trick that we're using to protect my clients, is it's a trigger lead because it triggers off of a certain amount. And that certain amount is over 100,000. Any mortgage pull that is a loan amount of above 100,000 creates that trigger lead. So what do? I go in and change the amount for $1. When I pull, they're pulling a mortgage, but for $1, and the credit bureaus are looking for anything over 100,000. My client drops out.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So then
good.
The trigger leads don't have to happen anymore.
Okay.
They don't even have to file out of them or call the no call list or all of that sort of thing that the client ends up being impacted by. If we change the amount that we pull on, we can actually get away from trigger leads. So it's sharing with other people that may be listening that are lenders, a way to do that. But again, it's protecting your client from unsolicited phone calls. Now, what are your thoughts? I mean, do you think this is even legal or should be allowed at all?
I don't think it should be allowed unless somebody requests. Yes, please let me know. It's happened already that we're talking about. You brought it up. I believe it's absolutely happened with me on a vehicle purchase within the last year. And I guess my other question is to make it even more legit. Let's say, okay, everybody goes, no, this is fine. This is fair. What lenders receive that notification and how do you get on that list? Because then you've got favoritism.
You have to be buying them.
You're buying into it.
The lender has to buy those.
Who are they paying? Who are they paying for that?
They're paying the bureaus.
That's okay. That's
TransUnion.
So the bureau is using my personal information for gain.
Yes.
Okay. Outside of me working to go obtain a loan.
Sure.
That doesn't make a lot of people feel good. I hazard a guess.
No,
doesn't me either.
I would feel used. It would feel interesting, but Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion are making additional dollars over the original hard pull to make additional money and selling to lenders and insurance brokers.
And that's what they've actually, now I'm thinking about it, that's what they conceivably have been doing through their apps when they're saying, hey, you fit this credit card. Congratulations, Jeff. Your score just went up. You should get this credit card now.
Well, again, you have to understand Credit Karma and all those are owned by credit card companies, and
Right.
they see that change.
You sign up for it when you download that app, is my point.
Yeah, anybody giving a free credit report does not have numbers on it. A true free credit, all it is about trade lines.
Right.
If you're getting a credit score given to you by somebody, they're trying to sell you something, whether it's a car loan, a credit card, student loan, who knows what it, insurance, mortgages. And so, but trigger leads have caused a lot of people to pull back and get frustrated. I've had a few clients before I understood how this was happening, what was happening. I had clients, why are you selling my information? I didn't give you permission to sell. And we don't.
Mm-hmm.
Why would we do that? But it took a while for them to understand that and for us to track down who's selling their information. Because, I mean, on Facebook, again, all of a sudden you start looking at something or your spouse looks at something and they're connected. All of a sudden you get bombarded. Let's say, she's looking for Christmas trees and all of a sudden your Facebook page gets bombarded with Christmas tree ads or where you could buy them or what they look like, or no, you shouldn't be doing this. Or it's amazing how they're all interconnected, but people are profiting off of your information being sold and triggering unsolicited calls, offers, that sort of thing.
What if you've got a couple questions, Blair? But so let's think about this. Educate me on. I jokingly said I opted in by checking a box. Can you opt out? Because what if I am on the do not call list? How does the DNC work?
You're supposed to be opted out of trigger leads.
Okay. If I'm on the DNC list, the do not call list.
That's correct. And therefore you should not be receiving, but yet we understand that those people, they don't pay attention to that flash.
Absolutely right.
Flag. Hey, I've been on the do not call list forever and I still get calls.
Yep.
The only reason why we have our home number is so that gets bombarded and we don't get on our cell phones, from all of the calls, the political calls, the donation calls, the solicitation. I mean, it's amazing. When I go in and delete the 65, 70 messages every week, it's just,
Oh, they actually leave you a message. For me,
most of them are hang up, but sometimes it goes a little longer and you get nothing. Others, it's an automated dial and it goes into that, oh, we're the police force and you donated 5 years ago and we'd like to see you donate again. So, yes, if you're not supposed to be receiving these if you're already on the do not call list.
Okay.
So
at least good to know that they're in line with that, even though they are the feds.
well, no, they're not. It's not the Fed. The bureaus are not government connected. They're not government related. All they do is store data, and they're paid to store it. They're paid to share it. And evidently now they're promoting their marketing to get paid for those leads.
Interesting.
And, I guess they're making money hand over fist. I don't know. It seems like it.
I mean, that's in any kind of business and industry, when you're marketing, when you're working to create opportunities, that's what you call a hot lead right there, though. There's not a warm lead. It's not a cold call. That's a hot lead. So I could see where a company would say, heck yes, I'll buy into that. I want those leads.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Jeff, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, I'm Blair Thomas.
I'm Jeff Duffy.
God bless.